Hey guys, Asher coming at you today, Raid Shadow Legends. Welcome to the video. Today we're going to take a look at Fortus after his buff. Is he any good? Well, let's find out here. First of all, what was the buff? It was, thanks to umilove.net for this information, Astral Terror's damage multiplier has been increased. It went from a 0.1 times the fear count plus 3.5 defensive multiplier to a 1 plus a 0.1 times total fear in round times 3.5 defensive multiplier. Okay, guys, I'm going to be totally real with you guys. I have no idea what that means. Now, I do. Obviously, it's 0.1 times fear count plus, and now it's 1 plus 0.1 times fear count. It seems like that ought to be the fix. It's more of a, it's hard to even say it's a buff to this dude. It's more of a rebalance to Fortus. So let's take a look at who he is and what he does first, and then we'll test out his damage and see if he's worth the Void Legendary status here. By the way, welcome again here. I've done a Fortus guide, a year ago on the channel. I don't love to do back or follow-up guides, but when a champion's buffed or nerfed or rebalanced, I do think that would be one of those situations that does warrant another video on the channel, another updated guide, and then I go back and I delete the old guide. So that's what we're going to do today. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys as well. Fortus has like the whatever this stuff is, quite a few champions in the game have it. It's the same thing in Mighty Uko's barrel in the back, right? But there's a lot of others, right? This material, this life force, if you will, of Raid Shadow Legends and Teleria. I don't know. So let me go back to Fortus here for a moment. So he looks pretty cool. He's an octopus type dude. Like, he's got a really interesting and unique vibe. He's got 1387 base defense. Not a lot for a legendary Void legendary defense based nuker. But what else does he have? He has a 50% chance when booked to placing a fear debuff for 1 turn. The attack will always be critical if the target's already under a fear or true fear debuff. Okay. Whatever. I don't like those always be critical moves when it's already a Void champion that we're already going to be building with 100% crit rate, probably, on the A2, Horrors Beyond attacks all enemies on a 3-turn cooldown when booked. This is where he has a chance, or 100% chance when booked, to place a true fear for 1 turn. Cannot be resisted against targets already under fear, okay? On the A3, Astral Terrors, this is a secret ability, okay? Secret skill. Attacks all enemies, ignore 30% of the target's defense against targets under fear or true fear. The attack is always critical against targets under fear or true fear. The damage of the skill increases by 10% for every fear or true fear debuff, every time a fear or true fear debuff is placed on an enemy. This skill has a 40% chance to be unlocked for 1 turn whenever a fear or true fear debuff is placed on an enemy, okay? And Stars Align. This is his passive. Increase the chance of enemy skills failing by 15% when they're under fear or true fear. So it's 50% to fail under a fear, 50% chance to fail under a true fear. The only difference is true fear will also put that skill on cooldown if it does proc. And it's a 65% chance when he's on the team. It is a 4-turn cooldown, but keep in mind the passive effect does have no cooldown, only the active effect. So this is active all the time. So he's going to be able to like really buff up all of your fears and true fears. Prevents this champion's death, keeps alive 1 HP when receiving a fatal hit, removes all buffs and debuffs from this champion. After preventing the champion's fatal hit, fully heals them and fully depletes their turn meter. Has a 80% chance to place a fear on all enemies for 1 turn. Finally, a sleep on this champion for 1 turn that cannot be resisted or blocked. So a pretty cool self-revival, but also CCs him at the same time. He's tanky, so you should be able to keep him alive or kind of heal him through the process. He also has crit rates in all battles by 25%. So this kit has always intrigued me. He's like kind of a cool champion, I think, but it's just never been there. The damage has never been there. So I want to test him out. First, I'll show you how I have him built. Really, probably how you would imagine I have him built as a nuker, right? So I have him in lethal and in actually speed gear. You're probably going to want to actually go Cruel. By the way, Cruel gear, the math is out. I had an interview going live with a super endgame top 5 arena player in a couple days on my main channel, Masteries Shadow Legends. And one of the insights, spoiler from that video, that he shares that all the top players have officially moved from a Savage or Lethal or, Merciless or whatever they're running. But they're always, when we talk about 2-piece sets on nukers, even defense-based or HP-based nukers, everybody's going Cruel gear, for the extra 5% ignore defense. So in a perfect world, I would have them on Cruel gear or in Perception because we have very light on the accuracy. It's too light on the accuracy. I need to change this. As much as I hate giving up that much speed and defense on the banner, you need accuracy because, you're probably going to have somebody else setting him up with the fears and the true fear on the team. But also, ideally he can place his own fear and true fear. So let's just go ahead and slap this one on him and give him 200 and make it close to 300 on the accuracy instead. So now we get a nice defense there too, right? Oh, it's flat stat, man. Still. 305 accuracy, that's a lot better. Crit damage on the amulet, and then we have defense on the ring. We have crit damage on the gauntlets. We have defense percentage on the chest, and we have speed on the boots. You could definitely run him with defense percentage on the boots as well if you can have him fast enough to fit whatever team he's on. Try to really min-max that damage a little bit. On the Masteries, we have him come down and pick up Helm Smasher. We also have the defensive tree with Retribution and the Cycle of Revenge, excuse me. So we came down basically Arena Masteries, right? Ruthless Ambush, Bring It Down, Shield Breaker, and the whole 9 ending with Helm Smasher. All right, let's go ahead and give him a shot here. Lastly, Blessings. I have Soul Reap on him. I like Soul Reap. You get the defense as well on the 3-star. We have a target HP threshold of 8%, which isn't bad. We also get some HP in there as well. Other options are certainly going to be, you could go with Crushing Rend. You could go with Cruelty if you wanted to. You could go with Ward of the Fallen if you wanted to. Those would probably be my main choices, but I'm cool with Soul Reap personally. All right, we talked about Masteries, talked about the gear. Let's go ahead and before we jump into the arena, I do want to. I had in Cursed City, I used him on S4 hard mode. So let's see what kind of damage he can put out compared to these other DP, these amazing Void nukers, right? All right, so here we go. Let's go ahead and try to pop off Killian. Oh, come on, man. We can't one-shot Killian there. Nutcracker. Come on, dude. Let's try again. Who does he attack normally? Yeah, he attacked Killian as well. All right, whatever. On auto. Solus goes in, provokes everybody. Let's go in Horrors Beyond, okay? Pretty cool mechanic there. Obviously we got the True Fear on everybody. And I imagine now we have the unlocked skill. So let's just try to use it, right? Let's get back to him here. And yes, so Astral Terrors. Here's Astral Terrors. Boom. I don't know. What do you guys think of that? I wasn't blown away in PvE content. So, granted, very, very small sample size here, but that wasn't like insane damage or anything close to it, in my opinion. This time, let's go with the AoE first. Decrease some turn meter there. I mean, let's just keep it going, though. Let's just keep it going. I seen a video. Well, I'm actually lying to you guys. I haven't seen the video. But I saw, it came on my YouTube feed, someone saying that he's like a top nuker in the game now, basically, right? So let's see if his secret skill carries over rounds, Let's see. We're going to see it right now. It does. So it can carry over rounds, which is really handy because it procced on round 2, and now he can bring it into round 3. I take it back. That's not bad damage there at all, right? So puts out 500k was the damage lead for the team. In that YouTube video I was mentioning, I forgot who put it out, but it was like saying he's a top defensive nuker in the game now. I have to say that after a very underwhelming first use of the Astral Terrors, he definitely impressed on that last round there. So I think that he's definitely cool there. And keep in mind, we're competing against empowered champions as well there in both the others that we saw there. Let's go ahead and take him into the arena. I have this team kind of ready to go here. I was in platinum. I fell out. Apologies. I don't really want to go with just Dagger on my team. Let's go with this squad. So I like the idea of setting him up with a True Fear champion, an Elder Scarg, a Noble even. Harvest Jack is my personal favorite. I have him with Elva and Gottfried Brassclad as well. An increased defense is going to be great on the team because that's going to give him more damage and more survivability, given that he is a defense-based nuker at the end of the day, right? So let's see. Let's go ahead and start things out with a block debuff and an increased speed. And let's go in there and try to place at least 2, maybe, fears. Let's see if we can get that hidden skill unlocked. Okay. So now it's provided he can stay alive. Okay, let's give him a shot here. The only problem is he's faster than Gottfried Brassclad. We want Gottfried to go first to give the increased defense. Shame on me. Anyway, here he goes. Boom. Well, okay. All right, let's go in there and try to stun him. Okay, we stunned Duchess. That was good. We got to be very careful here of a Nifty Blood Twin. He could ruin the video right now. Okay, now he can't ruin the video. Awesome. Let's go in there. Dreams to Ash. I love that ability name. I can't place exactly why. All right, let's go in here. Let's go in there. Of course, he gets turned into a sheep. That's going to be always, no matter what, that's going to be one of the big drawbacks to this champion, right? Is that it's a polymorph meta, ladies and gentlemen. Have you heard? Have you heard the news that polymorph is absolutely everywhere and annoys most players out there? Yeah, so the bummer about polymorph is this dude's all around placing debuffs, right? To get the utility out of him. There he goes with an A2, and he did get another hidden skill unlock. Let's see if we can stun Duchess. We can. That's great. Prevent the revive, get a counterattack, and hopefully he can get a turn here. He should be able to get a turn just fine because I want to Astral Terrorist right now again. The cool thing about this is even though it's a secret skill, there's no cooldown on it, provided somebody else is landing the fears or true fears, right? So overall against this squad, I mean, I think I can give my opinion on this champion already. I could make this a 45-minute video, but I want to go in again with the we can just keep unlocking it again and again. And that's pretty compelling, and that's some nice damage there as well. So Reap procking over there on Duchess, so game over. I think he's going to be kind of an A-tier nuker, but not an S-tier, I'm thinking I might actually save the rest of the content for this video for the main channel, because the cool thing about Fortus is that you can proc that AoE every time, essentially, right? Like, every single time he goes, as long as you have a true fear mechanic, other mechanics on the team, you're going to be pretty good. Since it's a secret skill, it can't be put on cooldown either, even though we get smoked here. I'm not even going to, well, I was going to die anyway, but I'm not even going to bother about trying to revive or anything like that. Let's try to pick a team that's, oh, Gottfried, you're not in gear. That's why you're so slow, dude. He doesn't have speed boots on. I was like, I thought I set him up to where, okay, do I have any speed boots just like handy right now? Yeah, not the best, but let's go with it. Let's try one more. I think I want to make a video on this dude for my main channel, because even though I don't think he's an S-tier nuker, unfortunately, I do think that you can have a lot of fun with him just chaining the Astral Terrors, So we really need a buff stripper on this squad, don't we, guys, for this team? I think I picked the wrong team again. Womp womp. Let's go this one. And yeah, everything's resisted anyway. Forget this team. Forget it. They're going to smoke me. I want to give them one more chance to actually shine here in the arena. And I guess I'm going to get a cut to the chase here at the same time, right? Look at this team, dude. Yikes. Super scary, but I love a good challenge too. What was I saying? He's not anywhere, in my opinion, he's not anywhere close to like an S-tier nuke or anything like that in the game. However, you can have a lot of fun with this champion, right? Like, I think hidden skill should have unlocked there. You get a nice 40% chance. Oh, it didn't unlock? Oh, man. Well, that's a bummer. How did we get all those fears in true fears and everything, and it didn't unlock? 40% chance, and didn't we land 3 there? I don't know. Let's try one more time against that team, man. I feel like I needed some revenge. I don't know. What happened? What went wrong there, guys? I don't know. All right, here we go. Aside from every dying, Of course, that went wrong. Okay. He goes in, we cleanse everything. We go in and unlock that thing. There we go. That was just bad luck. 40% chances is a lot, you know? All right, this time Harvest Jack stays alive. Stars align, stars align, stars align. Oh, so did he die there and put himself to sleep? I think he may have. I think I may have missed it. I think that passive may have procced there. So there he goes, dead again. Not what we wanted here necessarily. My overall feelings is, yeah, he's fixed. And heck, I think he's a really fun champion. However, here he goes, Astral Terrors, boom. The damage just isn't there. And I'm purposely trying to, you know, tackle the hardest teams I possibly can, you know. I could go for the easy squads like this, you know. But I want to give you guys, is he going to have some endgame viability? You know, what's his use case going to be there? And I think he's really fun, hits really hard, super cool champion, a great buff. But I'm also, let's try him with increased defense, right? Let's give him a fair shot here. Increased defense now. The damage is certainly solid. I think it's fair to say he's an A-tier nuker now. What do you guys think? Oh, you revived Sun Wukong, Siffy? You silly. I think he's an A-tier nuker, man, which is really cool because he went from F to A. That's my assessment. What do you guys feel about this guy? I definitely saw some potential in today's video. So check out the main channel, Ash Raid Shadow Legends, and I'll do some more fierce synergy teams with this dude. Thanks for watching, and as always, take care, guys.